welcome back. Did you enjoy the story, Goldilocks and the Three Bears? I did too. Did you hear all those amazing words? Yes, I heard those amazing words in the story a lot. Now we'll talk about our story elements again. We know that the title of the story is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The author is Valerie Gorbachev, and she's the illustrator. It is a fantasy because the animals did have on clothes, they had a cottage, and they talked to one another. So definitely a fantasy. The characters in the story were the Three Bears and Goldilocks. The setting was a little cottage in the woods during the day. Now let's talk about the plot. Remember, the plot is what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. What happens in the beginning of the story? Yes, the bears wake up, they come downstairs to eat their porridge, but it's too hot. That's the beginning, yes. What happens in the middle of the story? Yes, the middle of the story is when Goldilocks comes to their house and she eats the porridge and sits in the chair and goes to bed in Baby Bear's bed. And what happens at the end of the story? Yes, the bears come home and find her in Baby Bear's bed and she jumps out the window. So the reason the plot of the story is important is it helps us to be able to retell it. We can retell the story just by telling what happened in the beginning, what happens in the middle, and what happens at the end of the story. So the plot is very important. So your activity today is you're going to retell the story, and when you do this, you'll be talking about all of the other story elements, the characters, the setting. So the plot of the story is very important. So if you click on the next slide, this will be your activity that you were to do, telling the plot of the story, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So have fun, friends, and I'll see you in just a little bit.